I hope you like this avatar, because I'm going to be using avatar makers until I can either get around to drawing one myself or until I can spare money for a commission. Also, I'm working on a Twitter Circus episode that's probably going to take longer than the others. Let's get this amazing session started with a cast. Warlock, NG, me, Wizard, Annie, and Cleric, Trickery Domain, played by the same person. Druid, new guy, plays online. So the session starts out like a normal D&D sessions we've played so far. However, because this is a RPG Horror Stories post, it goes south real fast. There's some background I'll explain for this to make a bit more sense. Last session, we killed a Hydra creature and saved the town, but a lot of buildings were destroyed. We were more or less declared heroes of the town by the people, and we're going to meeting the court to decide what to do. That hasn't happened as of yet. So we start off the session by having the party repair some of the houses, mostly the wizard using the fabricate spell. After we build some homes, the cleric and I decide to do some gambling. We do, and make a bit of money off it. After this, things go south. The DM and I have come up with a bargain between me and my patron. I get expertise on persuasion and deception, and advantage, and if I roll high enough, the people who listen to me are under the charm person effect. But if I try to deceive and fiend, I get disadvantage and no mods. I decided I would try and convince people to learn more about my patron half as an in-character thing, and half as a joke. The dice gods decided I would beat the DC, and the townsfolk suddenly became really interested in learning about my patron. The wizard is also listening to my speech. The wizard goes and researches what he can about my patron and tries to summon him so he could talk. Some point after this happens, and before we contact my patron, the cleric casts a spell magic on the wizard. After a failed attempt and getting told to stop once by an entity, it is successful and he talks to my patron. My patron tells us to make a cult, freeing people from this realm and having their spirit travel back to the material plane. We convince some people to help us free people, but a mother isn't looking so convinced. So the wizard and the cleric decides that the mother can't be trusted, sets her house on fire, and chases after her and kills her and her child with a fire spell. At this point, the druid says to the wizard and cleric something along the lines of, "Why'd you kill her? I'm going to the authorities." And the wizard and cleric fight against the druid. It's the middle of the night, so I'm asleep, and I can't do anything. Yet. Thanks to the DM telling me you wake up, I woke up and found them a couple rounds later. The fight ended with the druid dead, the wizards and the cleric fine, and I'm fine as well. The DM and the wizard decide to try and remedy this by killing off the wizard, having the cleric escape, reviving the druid, and introducing a new PC, also a druid, played by the guy who played the wizard. Okay, it's probably the fact that I hadn't eaten much today due to a mental health crisis, but I had to scroll back, and I guess the joke was to convince people to learn more about the deity. Try to convince people to learn more about the patron. Okay, got it. And I think you saw how that story ended. I find concerning is that this new druid is being played by, if I'm reading this correctly, the same person who played the wizard and the cleric. I'm wondering what, I wonder if there's gonna be a part 2. Anyway, Gothcat signing out, thank you, and goodbye. So, Reddit, what do you think about this?